What's up everybody, welcome to Happy Go by Hannah. I'm Hannah and this is where I strive to help you cultivate a happy creative life. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some of the many things that you can do with layers in Procreate. I already have my tablet pulled up, so let's jump right into it. The illustration that I'm using as an example today is one of mine called the Midnight Traveler. All the information that I'm going over is accurate as of version 5.15 of Procreate. When you'd like to know how many layers you can use for a canvas, visit the top left corner under the wrench, under Canvas and Canvas Information. You can click on Layers and it will give you all of that information, including max layers, layers used, layers available, etc. When you begin a new canvas, you start with a background color and a first layer. You can access the layers in the top right corner, the little icon that looks like two overlapping squares. I use a lot of layers while I work, so I'm going to use all of these as examples. To select a layer, simply tap on it and it will turn blue. To add a new layer, click the little plus sign in the top right corner. The new layer will be added into the queue directly above whatever layer you were already working on. To delete a layer, swipe left on it until you see the delete option. You may also see the duplicate option, which does exactly that. It makes an exact copy of that layer, including with the same name. When you tap on the layer with one finger, it opens up this menu. I'm just going to run through some of these tools real quick. Rename lets you give a new name to a layer. I don't use this very often because I tend to add and delete a lot of layers while I work. Select will select all the contents of that layer so that you can move it around and manipulate it as you see. Copy will copy the contents of a layer for you to paste elsewhere. Fill layer will apply whatever color you're currently using across the entire layer. Every time you see me undo in this video, I'm tapping my screen with two fingers. Clear will empty the layer without deleting it. Skipping ahead to clipping mask, this is one of my favorite tools in Procreate. I use it all the time and I have a video about it specifically, so I'm just going to put a link to that and not go into very much detail about it now. Skipping ahead to merge down, this combines a layer with the layer beneath it, turning them into one layer. This is different from combine down, which groups layers together. Up here I already have a group of layers, which I can tap to select all of them at once. This little arrow lets me expand and collapse the layer group. If I tap the layer group, I have the option to flatten, which turns them all into one layer. Expanding the layer group now, all these layers that have tiny little arrows next to them are because they are clipped to the layer beneath them. I'll just show you real quick what that looks like when I toggle off the clipping mask. There you can see the difference that it's making. Using groups is pretty useful in Procreate because it allows you to move around a bunch of layers at once while keeping them separate. The little N that you see on the right of a layer opens up the blend modes menu. I'm not going into a lot of detail about these today, but just know that a layer by default has a normal blend mode, and this is also how you access the opacity of a layer. This gives you the little scale that you can mess with right here. And there you have it. This has been a crash course in using layers in Procreate. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please be sure to leave a comment. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.